Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Monday, the 27th of July, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index. The dollar is now sinking to new two-year lows, so we're bearish on all three time frames. Remembering this is my long-term weekly, my medium-term daily, and my short-term 60-minute chart. And here on the point and figure chart, we actually are still in an uptrend. So a bit of a mixed picture long-term, but the fact that we're making new two-year lows is bearish for the dollar. And that means, of course, that the euro is trending higher. We're seeing 117 now being almost tested, so we're seeing a strong trend there, bullish on all three time frames against the dollar. And against the yen, we've been sitting at this 107 level for quite a while, but now the dollar is sinking lower, so we are just seeing that there. And sterling, we're sitting at 128, so also benefiting from that weaker dollar. We're seeing now 3-month highs there for sterling, so that's significant. Against the euro, sterling is lower, still below the 110 level, so not looking as strong there. If we look at Bitcoin, we have broken the $10,000 level, so we're seeing here a rise on that weaker dollar and in sympathy with gold, which we'll take a look at in a minute. The S&P 500 index was down 0.5% on Friday. That gave us a weekly doji, so that is a little bit worrying. That's often a sign of reversal on the long-term chart, and we are just struggling to keep the momentum going for the market at the moment. So we are still bullish, but we're just seeing a slowdown. And the Nasdaq 100 actually has turned bearish on the short-term chart, with a potential downside target of 9% lower. So that is significant, and that might be enough for the market to sell off. The Dow Jones was down 0.7% on Friday. It's holding its bullish trend, and we are seeing the futures up this morning. So the S&P future is up 0.4%, and the Nasdaq future is up 0.7%. So it does suggest the market will open higher, although we are in bearish mode here as well. We are seeing market volatility rising. The VIX volatility is increasing. We're still at double the levels we saw at the start of the year, so it is a factor that we're seeing that increase there. So markets are still a little bit risk averse. We're seeing the FTSE future pretty flat this morning, and the DAX is up just slightly, the CAC Current down 0.25%. So we are just seeing a mix in the markets here. The CAC is actually looking bearish there. The yen is the Japanese market was up slightly overnight. The Hang Seng was down about 0.4%, still looking bearish on all three time frames really. And the Sensex got off to us start this week down 0.2% as well. So we are just seeing, it was up 0.2%. So we are just seeing Chinese stocks, Shanghai index holding. The Sensex actually in India was down just slightly, and the Aussie market was up 0.33%. The big story today is that gold has smashed through the 2011 high of $1,920. We're at $1,937 at the moment, and we're seeing some very big upside targets for gold. In your Updata system, you can just take the point and figure chart. So here we're at a 0.25% log scale. We've got targets to 1984, 1947 met, and if we actually just go higher, we can see here as we increase the box size, so the 0.5% targets we're seeing here, 1856, 1960, and if we keep going higher still to bigger box sizes, we can go, we see the 1% targets, so 2146, that's 10% higher. 1982 first though, and then if we go even bigger box sizes, so we can go to 2.5%. This is a very big box size, of course. This is really 40 years of the gold price, and we see 1909, so that's a 50% upside, nearly $3,000. And of course we can go bigger still. We can go to the 5% box size. This is ultra long term, of course, and we've got today this upside target activated to $11,700, 500%. That might sound like a lot, but we did actually increase by 750% in 2001 over 10 years, 2,840 and 4,860. Of course, these are ultra long-term targets, will take many years to play out, but the fact is that we're seeing very strong showing on gold today. Silver is up 5%, and again that is rocketing as well, really breaking out and just running running, and US 10-year yields just steadily sinking lower down to 0.57%. Taking a look at the energy mix, it's mostly down today. Brent crude is down 0.4%. We're bearish for the week on Brent. We've got the 1 minute targets there. WTI not quite as bearish. We are just seeing here the chart still in bearish territory there. US nat gas is down 2%, and we are seeing downside targets here as well. Coal is steady. We actually are seeing coal holding on to its gains, but we have just activated this downside target to $55. Emissions 3% lower to 25.46, so we are seeing a fall there this morning to new lows. And if we look at MBP, that's also bearish, down 2%, but just still holding the transition there. And Dutch gas is just below the €5 mark, still looking at bearish there. The big one is German power. It's down 2% this morning, so it's having a relapse back into the 30s. We're pulling all the way back here. 38.60 is the target. We've got a new downside target of 37, so 38.70 is met. So looking quite significantly lower there. We're breaking new lows this morning. So the energy mix getting off to a bad start for the week, but that weaker dollar creating that massive rise in the gold price. That's the real story of today. That's it for now. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.